What's up, guys? Welcome to Film Trash. Today I'm going to be reviewing 29 Needles. This is the fourth film released under the Too Extreme for Mainstream line by Unearthed Films. It's directed by Scott Philip Gergens and stars Brooke Berry. So the movie is about Francis, played by Brooke Berry, and he has strange visions and hallucinations, and he's really into sadomasochism and BDSM. That kind of stuff, and he sort of uses pain to try and quell these visions and hallucinations, and he has to keep going, further and further to try and do this until he eventually sort of gives in to his temptations. The movie is definitely very, very explicit in a sexual nature. A lot of nudity, a lot of sex acts. There's quite a few scenes of penetration and things like that that appear to be real. I mean, I don't know the story behind the movie exactly, but some of it does look pretty real, and I think it may be, or some of it may be kind of real. I don't know for sure, but it's definitely very explicit in that aspect. As far as gore is concerned, there isn't a lot. There's some pretty gross scenes, but a lot of it's just like, small, like a little bit of blood here and there. There are some scenes that are a bit more bloody, but just all around, as far as gore is concerned, it's not that heavy. But it still is pretty extreme. I was actually pleasantly surprised with this film. I know a lot of people talked about it being, one of the most disturbing movies ever made, right up there with Solo or a Serbian film. And personally, I would say it's not. For me, it wasn't quite that disturbing, but it's definitely very disturbing. It definitely earns the title of Too Extreme for Mainstream, in my opinion, and not just because of the graphic nudity and all of that. I think it was a very well made movie too. I really like the story. Watching Francis, the main character, watching him slowly get more and more depraved, and seeing more and more of these weird visions, and that was one of the things I really enjoyed too about the film was, the hallucinations that he has. They're really weird and kind of cool and kind of interesting. He sees these people walking around his backyard that are naked, wearing these weird animal masks or some sort of weird masks. At one point, or a couple times throughout the movie, he sees this giant, like, penis snake monster writhing around on his floor, and it's very strange, but it's very interesting. It's very artistic, and I really liked that. I thought they did a really good job with that. It definitely didn't feel like the movie was being disturbing just to try and be disturbing. It felt like everything belonged in the movie and everything had a place. And I think that was really great. I really think Scott Philip Gergens, I think he did a great job with this movie, with the story. I think he has a really great eye for artistic filmmaking, and I'd like to see more of his stuff. Now, this movie, like I said, was put out from Unearthed Films, and when they first released it, unfortunately, I kind of hadn't been paying attention for a while, so I missed out when it first was released. They actually have a scene in the movie where I won't go into detail because it's pretty gross, but there are a bunch of severed fingers, and the severed finger props that were used in the movie were encased and actually being sold on our Unearthed website. And unfortunately, I missed out on them. I didn't get one. I would love to get my hands on one at some point. I know somebody was selling one on eBay. But, it's pretty cool to see stuff like that, to see, filmmakers selling cool props from the movies. Because it's just kind of a fun little memorabilia piece that you can add to your collection. But, that's alright. I have the movie. The movie's good. I really enjoyed it. As far as recommendations, I would recommend this to somebody who wants to watch something that's very disturbing, maybe a bit artistic as well. But that being said, obviously, like I said, there's a lot of very, very graphic nudity. As a straight man, I don't really enjoy seeing all kinds of naked men and, naked men pleasuring each other and stuff like that, which there's a lot of in this movie. There are a lot of naked women in it as well. But it's not something that I enjoy watching as a straight man. But if you don't mind that, or if you can just whatever, if you can deal with it, then yeah, I mean, check it out if you want something really disturbing. Like I said, I thought it was really cool. I thought it was really interesting and really artistic. So I kind of actually want to go back and watch it again to kind of try and understand a little bit better some of the more artistic themes in the film. There's some really cool stuff in the film involving, like he keeps seeing dead birds, and there's the stuff with the fingers, and like I said, I won't go into detail on that one. But yeah, there's just a lot of really cool themes in the film that I would like to. I kind of want to go back and explore it a little bit more. So yeah, like I said, it was actually a really good movie. I enjoyed it. I do still feel like the Too Extreme for Mainstream line is mostly just because of how sexually explicit they are. But in this one, like I said, I think it really works. I think it makes sense with the film. So yeah, I haven't heard anything yet on what the next film is going to be under the Too Extreme for Mainstream line. But once it's released, I'm going to review it. This one's been out for a little while already. I'm just now getting around to reviewing it. But with the next one, I'm going to try to get a review done as soon as possible so people can kind of, make up their mind right away before if they want to pick up the film or not. So check it out if you want something really disturbing and a bit artistic, at least in my opinion. I really enjoyed it. So if you like this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons, hit the notification bell down below, and I'll see you guys next time.